Cowboys fans, am I tripping? Tell me, am I tripping? I need y'all to listen to this with me because I heard this the first time and I was like, huh? What Micah talking about here? Let's take a listen to Micah Parsons on an appearance with ESPN Radio as he's discussing some of the changes in the team resetting and some of the things that needed to be reset. Now, we're going to listen to this. I'm going to give my commentary as we do, but as we listen, I want you guys to give your thoughts down in the comments below as well, because this sounds kind of peculiar, and I don't want to put words in Micah's mouth, but this sounds kind of peculiar. Let's get right into it, and be sure to subscribe for more Dallas Cowboys content on the regular. Okay, I want y'all to listen very carefully to this. All right, let's listen up.
You know, it's gonna be tough now because every team is going. They're pretty much going all in. You know, they got small QB builds, but at the
first part right there, that was kind of interesting. Every team is going all in now. You know, they have small QB builds. What is he talking about exactly? What team is he referring to there, and why did he feel the need to bring up the bill of the quarterback? That's kind of interesting, especially considering that all of the teams that are competing right now for Super Bowl opportunities, all of those quarterbacks are making well over $50 million per season on their contract, which isn't all that far away from what Dak is making. I'm just saying, most of these guys within $5, $6, $7 million per year of Dak Prescott, and really, seriously, that's taking away maybe one decent depth piece on your offense or defense, give or take, maybe. But it's just interesting that he phrased it that way, that the teams that are going all in are the ones with small QB bills, because again, the Lions just paid Jared Goff. He's making over $50 million. Jalen Hurts, he's making up in that range. It's really more so about how your front office is structuring these deals and what they're deciding to spend money on. And honestly, how afraid they are of these dead cap hits, essentially. Because honestly, man, if I was a front office, I would be pushing dead cap hits off until I know it's time for us to start rebuilding for real. And at that point, you'll have rookie pretty much everything, a bunch of guys on rookie contracts, and you can eat a huge dead cap hit. I mean, the Broncos are kind of showing how you can make it through that kind of situation. You take that dead cap hit, but you just understand you have to perform with rookies. I mean, either that or just take a rebuild year or two. But I mean, I don't know why the Jones are so afraid of that, but that was interesting that Micah even phrased it like that. But let's keep listening, because it gets much more interesting than just the quarterback build part.
At the end of the day, we got to be ready to prepare our butts off and game plan and actually get guys better. We need to develop these young guys, and that comes in on the players. Us players have to do better developing young guys, creating a winning culture. And honestly, I think...
Okay, and to that particular point, I feel like the Cowboys, we kind of saw that a little bit. I feel like Micah Parsons has done a good job of trying to bring a Mozzie Smith under his wing. You kind of saw Mozzie kind of take off a little bit towards the end of the season, or get better, not really take off. He got better. He didn't take off. He started the car. He got better. But we also seen some of the other guys on that defense as well come along. But I mean, what does that exactly look like from a player perspective when the players have to worry about keeping their own job? See, that's why you need an actual coaching staff. I mean, I get what he's saying, but you don't want to devalue what the coaches are actually there for. The coaches are there to get you guys better. So if you feel like there's a lack of getting better, that means that you just had the wrong coaches in place. So let the coaches do their job, and you guys have to remain coachable and allow them to do their job and not circumvent what the coaches are doing, not go to Jerry. That responsibility falls on both parties. Yes, Jerry doesn't need to have that open line of communication where players can circumvent the leadership structure of the team, and that kind of creates that toxic culture. But also the players have to have enough self-discipline where they're able to be coached, and they don't feel the need to go tell that, you know what I'm saying, on the head coach or anything else like that. So, I mean, I get what you're saying. I mean, and it sounds good, but at the end of the day, that's honestly what the coaches are paid for. They are paid to do the game plan. They are paid to help guys get better. If you're not helping a guy get better, you're not really a good coach, are you? All right, let's keep going, because, again, it gets interesting.
I think it's good that we're kind of resetting. You know, we're resetting when it comes to certain players and things so we could just focus on building the culture. I just think there was kind of a imbalance of players between the old school way and the youth way.
He felt like there was an imbalance of players between the old school way and the youth way. I mean, I guess he's trying to say like the new school, the younger players that are coming in. What does that mean? Do the problems with the Cowboys run deeper than we think? Because that to me makes it sound like there was a locker room divided happening there. And there were reports coming out about that here and there. There was a little bit of smoke coming up here and there. But we really never heard anybody give any credibility to that. But when you hear something like this, when you hear one of the locker room leaders or one of the guys that's supposed to be, having that type of role, when you hear him discussing that there was a clash between the old school way and the youth movement, what does that mean? What players does that consist of? Does that pretty much all but guarantee that guys like a DeMarcus Lawrence, a Zach Martin, and some of these other guys that were part of like the older iteration of the Cowboys, does that mean that they're done? Does it mean that Micah Parsons and some of the younger guys want them out of here? I feel like when you make these kind of statements, it leaves room for those conversations to happen, especially when you say something like this. Listen.
And I think it gives leeway for guys like me to step in and kind of take charge in the league.
Okay, it gives leeway for guys like me to kind of step in and take charge and to lead. So it sounds like to me Micah Parsons is ready to take the mantle of this team. It sounds like he's ready to be the guy. He's ready to be the person that sets the course of the Dallas Cowboys. Now, whether or not that's what the Dallas Cowboys need, that's up for discussion, because Micah Parsons has shown that he will show up on the field. Micah Parsons has shown that he cares, that he's willing to put in that extra time, that he's damn sure willing to let us know that he put in that extra time. Micah Parsons has shown that he's trying to do all the right things, but is he actually ready to take that step? And is this the right way to do it? Do you want to actually be saying this type of thing out in public? Because again, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but y'all have ears just like me. Y'all heard what Micah just said, man. What does that mean? What does it mean? Y'all tell me down in the comments below. I hope some of y'all way smarter than me, because I am trying my hardest not to leak to lily pads, but it sounds like to me there was a power struggle, and may still be a power struggle going on within that locker room. Because again, what was it all about talking about the teams with the small bills or small bills on their quarterbacks are going all in? Like, what team are you talking about? Because factually speaking, all the teams that are taking those leads, Joe Burrow is getting paid. All those teams are paying their quarterbacks. There's not one team that's competing with a guy on a rookie contract. Are you talking about Jaden Daniels? Because it sounds like the only team that you could really be talking about right now is the CJ Stroud with the Houston Texans and the Jaden Daniels with the Washington Commanders. Because truthfully speaking, it's not really about the bill of the quarterbacks. It's honestly about the head coaches. It's honestly about the coaching staffs. It's honestly about having a Steve Spagnuolo calling your defense. It's honestly about having an Andy Reid calling up the right plays at the right times. It's honestly about having a Sean McVay being able to coach guys up and get them better, because that's the job of the coaches. It's honestly about a Dan Campbell being able to motivate that group. It's more so about the coaches, because if you look at all of those teams, there's not a single one of those teams that are competing at a high level. Not a single one of those teams have what you would consider a weak coaching staff. Even the Philadelphia Eagles, we can make as much fun of them as we want. They have a ton of talent, but you have Vic Fangio over there calling a masterful defense right now with that Philadelphia Eagles team. You have an offensive line coach over there with the Eagles that is amazing at his job and amazing at coaching them guys up and getting them offensive lines as good as they are in Philly. So it's about the coaching staffs to me. It's not about the bill of the quarterbacks. It's not about, the players needing to do the jobs of the coaches. Again, all of it sounds like the right stuff to say, but it's just a little interesting, and I wanted you guys to, I feel like all Cowboys fans needed to hear this. Seriously, I feel like everyone needed to hear this, because I wanted to hear y'all opinion, because I'm nosy and I want to hear what y'all thinking. But either way, let me know what y'all thinking down in the comments below. And again, be sure to subscribe for more Dallas Cowboys content, and I'll see you on the next one. How them Cowboys.
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still them boys? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still them boys. Hey! Woo! Oh, shut up, my boy. Hey! I'm still them boys.